If you want to know what liars really think, if you get the opportunity, look at what they're saying in private, when they believe that nobody is watching. I made the point about the lockdown files Isabel Oakeshott in the Telegraph. Although they confirmed certain things that we already suspected about Boris Johnson and Matt Hancock, their real utility was what they didn't contain, i.e. any of the conspiracy theories that have grown up over these past few years and which absolutely would have been there. They'd have been all over the lockdown files like a rash if they'd been genuine. So we can see that they were basically all hoaxes. We can't say, oh yes, they're there, but they were talking about them in secret when they were in secret. These were frank, candid exchanges because they thought they were in private. Well, they were in private at the time, but subsequently they were published. And another example of that emerged recently. After Tucker Carlson parted ways with Fox News a couple of weeks ago, two media formats have emerged of him, videos and apparently text messages. The videos have been all over the usual suspects in the right-wing media like a rash, like Stephen Crowder, Dan Bongino, Tim Pool, and no surprise about that whatsoever, because not only do they not make Tucker Carlson look bad, they make him look quite good, quite roguish. What has been totally absent from the usual suspects in the right-wing media have been the text messages where Tucker Carlson gives his genuine opinion, because he thought he was speaking in private, about Donald Trump. And before getting into them, this is what Tucker said about those messages. Pay no attention, please, whatsoever to this headline. This is Tucker trying to walk back the damage. He said, and I think this is in the text, and those were all grabbed completely illegitimately, in my opinion, in this court case, which I guess I'm not allowed to talk about, but I'm enraged that my private texts were pulled. The court case he mentions there is the libel case which Dominion Voting Machines, the company which managed the voting machines in the 2020 presidential election, the court case, the libel case which they brought against Fox News, after Fox News hosted contributors who made quite astonishing claims about cheating on their part, on the part of their voting machines. Most notably, Trump's cracked lawyer, Sidney Powell, who made the most astonishing claims, all of which it turned out there was absolutely nothing behind. The case never actually went to trial because Fox News settled for the astonishing sum of around $800 million, way more than Dominion Voting Machines is actually worth. Why they paid so much is a mystery, but the case was settled before it went to court. So all this material never actually made it into the public eye, but somehow, I have no idea how, the press got hold of these text messages. They were reported in many articles. Again, nobody is doubting the authenticity. Here is one example of such. You can check if you want. I have copied them out for cleaner viewing, and these are they. Again, this is what Tucker Carlson actually thinks about Donald Trump. What he's good at is destroying things. He's the undisputed world champion of that. He could easily destroy us if we play it wrong. I hate him passionately. We're all pretending we've got a lot to show for it, because admitting what a disaster it's been is too tough to digest. But come on, there really isn't an upside to Trump. We are very, very close to being able to ignore Trump most nights. I truly can't wait. Trump has 2 weeks left. Once he's out, he becomes incalculably less powerful, even in the minds of his supporters. He's a demonic force, a destroyer, but he's not going to destroy us. I've been thinking about this every day for 4 years. I hate him, he's a demonic force, and very soon we'll be able to forget all about him. Tucker Carlson on Donald Trump. I don't agree with him. Obviously I don't think he's a demonic force, because I wouldn't associate myself with such silly religious language, but a destroyer, a malevolent force. I don't agree with any of that. I like his populism and I hope he wins in 2024. But this is what Tucker genuinely thinks about Donald Trump. He was speaking in private. He didn't know anybody would ever be looking. I have watched pretty much all of Tucker Carlson's shows since he took over that 8 p.m. slot from whoever it was, Bill O'Reilly, Megyn Kelly, whatever, in whenever it was, I don't remember, I think was it 2017, 2016, for many years now. he's been broadcasting on that primetime 8 p.m. slot. I have watched. I probably have actually watched every one of his shows, and I have never seen Tucker Carlson say a single word against Trump. He has been wholly supportive, and you would think he was an absolute 100% supporter, and the truth turns out to be the absolute polar opposite. For all these 6-7 years, whatever it is, Tucker Carlson has been lying through his teeth about his true opinions about Trump, who he considers a demonic destroyer he just wants rid of. The actual truth is the absolute polar opposite of what Tucker has been communicating to his fans and Trump's fans. This is absolutely astonishing. I would never have seen this coming. And the amazing thing is, look at it this way. Tucker Carlson's opinions about Trump are absolutely aligned with the opinions of Trump's fans' greatest nemesis, Sam Harris, who hates Trump with a passion and who is, in my opinion, a little bit exaggerated in his hate. He says things like, the Biden laptop business, which showed corruption at the highest levels of the Biden family, was nothing in comparison to the Trump university business, where Trump had a series of seminars which students didn't think they got value for money for. They sued him and Trump settled. I don't think that was as bad by any means as the Biden laptop business. So Sam Harris is a little bit exaggerated in his dislike of Trump, in my opinion. But here's the thing. His opinions about Trump, Sam Harris's opinions about Trump, Sam's hatred of Trump is identical to Tucker Carlson's hatred of Trump. You are looking at one and the same. If you look at Tucker Carlson talking about Trump, you now know that you could be looking at Sam Harris in terms of the opinions, the true opinions of the man talking to the camera, except that Sam Harris wouldn't be lying. Turns out Tucker Carlson is lying through his teeth. So here's the question. Tucker Carlson is now having parted ways with Fox. At some point, we assume, unless he's going to spend the rest of his life on the beach, which we don't think he is going to build a new media empire, probably on Rumble, maybe somewhere else, and make a hell of a lot of money, make more money he was ever making with Fox. Here's the thing, here's the question. Is now that media platform going to be substantially damaged by Trump's fans and Tucker's fans turning away from him on the basis of Tucker's lies? Now that they know all this, is it going to be substantially damaged as a consequence of this? And if you say no, it's not, is it actually going to suffer any damage whatsoever? The kind of viewers that Tucker is going to get on his new media platform, whatever it is, are they going to be in any way fewer if this hadn't come out and if nobody had known what Tucker Carlson's true opinions about Donald Trump were? Will he lose 10 viewers? Answer, no! Nobody will care. Nobody will care that they now know that Tucker Carlson for the past 6-7 years has been lying through his teeth and will still be lying through his teeth when he's speaking to them about Trump on his new media platform. Nobody will care. Trump's MAGA fans won't care. Why not? Because the lies that they know that Tucker will be talking, that he will not mean a single word of what he's saying when he's talking about Trump. He won't only be talking about Trump, but when he is talking about Trump, the lies he is saying are the absolute polar opposite of what he actually thinks. That will not matter to him, because those lies are the lies that Trump's MAGA fans want to hear. And it won't matter to them in the slightest that they know that he is lying through his teeth and that he actually detests Trump at a genetic level. Something I never saw coming. It is astonishing that Tucker has been so dishonest, and it is astonishing that it really won't make the slightest difference. You won't hear a squeak about this from the right-wing media in the US, and it won't make the slightest difference to Tucker's new media platform wherever it kicks off. And this is a horrifying reality. It is astonishing, but you can absolutely take it to the bank. Tucker will now fly on his new media platform, and the fact that he's been lying, and he will go on lying through his teeth up to and beyond 2024, which I hope Trump wins, won't make the slightest difference to Trump's MAGA fans. That is absolutely astonishing, and it is absolutely terrifying. But, well, I will look at Tucker's new platform, but I'll be looking at it through the lens of the lies he's been telling, and you should too. When you find out this kind of thing, when you get the opportunity to find out what people really think, absolutely take it and ignore it at your absolute peril.